What's up everyone, I'm the Kaiju no Kami and today I'm going to do another Clipless Top 10 list. This time, my top 10 favorite Pixar movies.
Number 10.
Kicking off this list is Finding Nemo. It's an intriguing movie about fish. Who knew that a movie about fish could actually be interesting? Okay, who knew that there would be a second movie about fish that could be interesting? It touches on a lot of great themes with Nemo feeling kind of left out because he's deformed, runs away, and everyone has to search for him. It's a very compelling movie, very well done, just great overall.
Number 9.
What's the one thing kids are always afraid of? Monsters living under their bed or being in their closet, and Monsters Inc. does an intriguing concept with this by making it that monsters are supposed to go and scare kids because it gives them money. Wow, they use fear to make money. That's kind of dark when you think about it. But the movie overall is very fun, engaging, it's interesting. The plot is adorable because all of these giant monsters are afraid of a little kid because they don't know what type of diseases the kid is going to bring them.
Number 8.
Next on my list is Pixar's first full-length movie, which was Toy Story. For being their first ever, they hit it out of the ballpark. They did a great job. They have compelling characters. Actually, all these movies on this list have compelling characters. Tom Hanks and Tim Allen have great chemistry. It's an interesting idea to see what toys do when no one is around. That might explain some things. You guys come to life when I'm not in here. Oh, anyway. Yes, good movie, well written, well paced, and that's all I really have to say on the matter.
Number 7.
To many people, the Toy Story movies improved as each installment came out. For me, I didn't think Toy Story 2 was as good as the first one. However, I still thought Toy Story 2 was excellent. But then there was Toy Story 3. And this one just took everything that was great about the first two and amped it up. Andy is getting older, he's going to college, and these guys are pretty much like, well, crap, what do we do now? Because we're being tossed to the wayside. And then Woody thinks Andy is abandoning him when he goes to college and all this stuff. It was a very touching movie on what do toys do when they are about to be retired from their owners. A lot of great questions. People in the theaters were crying. You have a great scene with Buzz Lightyear being stuck into speaking Spanish mode, which was hilarious. A good villain that, even though you could tell he was a villain right from the get-go, they did a really good job. And then, of course, watching all these kids coming in, seeing all these new toys to play with was just awesome. Although it does make you feel sorry for the toys. And that's why these are in glass cases. Seriously. Do you guys come out when I'm not around? I'm very suspicious now.
Number 6.
The next one on my list I feel like is a very underrated Pixar movie. In fact, the next movie on my list is pretty much the reason why I truly got into Pixar movies and was the reason why I started going to see every new Pixar movie as it came out in theaters. And that is Ratatouille. I really love this one. I love the concept of a rat who's a chef that is helping another chef be good. The villain, a food critic, may not be a type of villain who's like, ha ha ha, I'm going to take over the world. But as a food critic, he is very intimidating. Like, this guy apparently seems to have no soul. He's like an internet troll. He just goes to the food places just to give the places a bad review. It's downright evil. He's just doing it because it makes him feel good for doing it. That is truly evil. And that is why Ratatouille is hands down one of my favorite Pixar movies. And as I said, I really feel like this movie is underrated compared to the others. Because even though there are other movies that are better than Ratatouille, I feel like this one just gets glossed over because it has rats in it. And because it's about a chef. Not because it has superheroes or deals with the dead or toys that go on a variety of adventures. This one's a simple story and it works because it's simplistic.
Number 5.
This list is only going up from here, and what a movie. Like, the first 10 minutes is probably the greatest love story ever put into cinema. And then everything after that is just heart-wrenching, I guess is the best word to put it. Like, it's so good, very fun. Getting to watch Carl just take his entire house off into the sky with balloons is very interesting, very intriguing. And then, of course, you have the infamous, "Hi, my name is Doug. I know I've just met you, but Squirrel." I don't really know what else to say about this one. If you've never seen it, even though it's number 5 on my list, this may be the one Pixar movie that everyone needs to watch at least once. It's that good. So even if you're not a fan of animation, which if you're not, how dare you, check it out.
Number 4.
The biggest tragedy about Marvel movies is that no one has been able to make a good Fantastic Four movie yet. Yet, Pixar was able to make a great Fantastic Four movie without calling it the Fantastic Four. How does that frickin' work? I don't know, but they did it. This movie is incredible. It basically takes a Fantastic Four, puts it in a Watchmen universe where superheroes are banned, but actually makes it good, unlike the Watchmen. If you love superheroes, if you love the Fantastic Four, this one is a must-see, and it has some really great superhero jokes, and a character I swear was based off Shotaro Shinomori and his hate for capes.
Number 3.
For a couple years, the next movie on my list was my second favorite Pixar movie, as it seems to be a social commentary on mental illness. It deals with a girl who's going through all these emotions because her emotions are unbalanced, and that is Inside Out. We have here an adventure of her emotions going through different things. She's losing memories. She's having uncontrollable emotions. Some emotions are causing her to act one way more than they should others. She doesn't have a balance as they're out of control. I don't really know how to describe this movie beyond that. It's incredible. No, it's not The Incredibles, it's Inside Out. It's funny, it's tragic, it's actually kind of dark at times. I mean, yeah, it's not like super dark, but there are dark undertones where when you start to think about things that are going on in this movie, you're like, holy shit, that is like that. And that deals with that. Damn.
Number 2.
One of the more recent Pixar movies that deals with family and death, and that is Coco. I was a little skeptical because when it first came out, I was kind of like, it looks like Book of Life, so I don't know. And then we saw Coco, I was like, okay, it might have similar themes to Book of Life, but holy shit, this movie is so much better. It's tragic, it's dramatic, it's funny, the comedy is spot on, the drama is spot on, there's a perfect balance of seriousness and funny bits. The visuals are absolutely gorgeous. I mean, okay, yes, it's a CGI movie. The visuals should be gorgeous, but what I mean here is when Miguel, the main boy, goes down into the world of the dead, it's just gorgeous. All the scenery used for the world of the dead is visually stunning. I love the dragon. I love the colors in this thing. For being basically the afterlife, it's very colorful. It's not like the Chorus Bride where the underworld were all dark and blues and gray tones. This one is just a variety of colors as if the rainbow died. It's just a superb movie all around. The story, once again, is well told, well developed, paced extremely well. All the twists and turns that happen keep you engaged. When one plot twist occurs, you're like, you frickin' son of a bitch. I'm not sure if that should have been blatantly obvious or if this is shocking, but goddamn you to hell. You deserve to be the one to die.
Number 1.
And my favorite Pixar movie, which has been my favorite since I first saw it in theaters, is WALL-E. I don't know why. I know some people hated this movie. I know some people are like, well, there was no dialogue for like the first hour. Having a movie that relies on visuals rather than dialogue is top notch because there's so much more that has to go into it. Just look at silent movies. Actors had to act with their bodies, not with their voices. It's the same thing in WALL-E. WALL-E, they had to keep you intrigued by everything going on screen that you could see rather than hear. Then when the movie goes onto a ship and you get to see what has happened to humanity, you're kind of like, wow, that's kind of gross, but that definitely seems like something humans would do. Yowza. Ugh. All around, WALL-E is hands down my favorite Pixar movie and has been that way since I first saw it. Nothing has even been able to top it, even though Coco is close. What is your favorite Pixar movie? Do you like Pixar? Do you not like Pixar? Are you like, Pixar was ruined by Disney, blah, blah. Whatever the case may be, let me know in the comments. Click like, Click subscribe, click the bell notification, click whatever else YouTube has you clicking in to support me. You can support me on Patreon at Kaiju no Kami, Facebook Kaiju no Kami, Twitter Kaiju no Kami, Instagram Kaiju no Kami, and my website at creativitybydesignllc.com. Until next time, bye.